Hi, everybody. I know it's been a long time since you've seen me. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Terri Dawson. And I wanted to just come on today and just catch up with you, just kind of tell you where I've been and what I've been not necessarily going through, but what I've been preparing for. I have some exciting news I want to share. At least I think it's pretty exciting. But I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking, just kind of pondering the story of Sarah and Abraham and their anticipation for the promise of Isaac. And I was in the passage, in the part of the story where Sarah decides to give her maid to her husband as a means to try and see if she could help God's promises come to pass. So Hagar is the maid. She gets pregnant right away. And Hagar decides that she's going to have a little bit of an attitude because she's immediately pregnant and Sarah's been all this time and hasn't been able to conceive a child. So as Hagar gets her little attitude and tries to begin to taunt Sarah to a degree, Sarah begins to give her the what for. You know what I'm saying? Sarah begins to put her in check and it becomes overwhelming for Hagar. So Hagar runs away, she hasn't even had the baby. The baby's not even here yet. But she's feeling herself because she's actually pregnant and Sarah wasn't able to conceive. So Hagar runs away and she's met by an angel of the Lord, a man of God, that stops her and says, "Where are you coming from?" And then he asks her another question: "Where are you going?" And I stopped right there as I was reading the story, as I was kind of contemplating the story. And I felt like I needed to consider, where are you coming from, Terri? Where have you been? What's been going on? And as many of you know, last year was a very challenging year for most of us. A lot of loss, a lot of grieving, a lot of things that just what we were used to as normal were no longer normal anymore. So where have you been? And now the question is, where are you going? And if we can't consider where we've been and kind of put some things to bed and to lay some things to rest about where we've been, we'll never prepare ourselves for where we're going. So that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to look at, where have I been? What's been going on in my life? What have I done? What things were good? What things do I need to do now moving forward? Because if I can consider where I've been, then I can prepare for where I'm going. And so that's why I'm here tonight, is to announce to you that I am launching my next endeavor. And it's really not a new endeavor. It's a culmination of everything that I've done being brought under one umbrella and one place. So I'm getting ready to start and launch, coming soon, very, very soon, Dare to Live Seated Together with Terri Dawson. So what's Dare to Live? Dare to Live is an invitation. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for us to decide, now that we've come through everything that we've come through this last year and a half, 2 years. Some of you, it's been 3 years, 5 years, whatever that time frame has been, where you feel like you were put on pause and life kind of took a stop. Now what? Now what are we going to do moving forward? So I want to give you an opportunity and an invitation to wake up every day with great intention. Dare to live life, which is simply living intentionally fulfilled every day. That's what Dare to Live is all about. Why Seated Together? Seated Together is a place where we will create, again, opportunity, an invitation for support, encouragement, accountability, and trust. And I know that word accountability is rough. Nobody wants to tell you what to do, how to do it. I just want to be a support to you and an encouragement to you, and a place where you can be safe to run things past and by, like as you're preparing for what's next. Normal will never be what it was. So now we've got to start looking at life through the lens of what is my new normal? And new normal, you actually get to make some choices in what that looks like. And I want to support you. I want to encourage you. I want to be a place where I can say, hey, did you accomplish your goal this week? And not just me to you, but guess what? You to me as well. We're going to be seated together. And I say all the time, there's a seat for you at the table. Let's just be seated together. Because we were never meant, and here's the truth, we were never meant to live life isolated and on an island by ourselves. The Bible says, and he does say, he said, it's not good for man to be alone. But how many of us, because we don't trust people, because we don't want to let anybody know what we're doing, because we don't know what they're going to think about us or what they're going to say about us, we don't know that it's okay to be seated together. So I'm creating a safe forum for you where you don't have to be face to face and up close unless you want to. And what about Terri Dawson? So Dare to Live, Seated Together with Terri Dawson. Why Terri Dawson? Who is she? Well, she is me. And I've lived my life, for those of you who know me, in support of others. I always want to see people win. It brings the greatest joy to me when I see people get it. And I see people, the light come on, and people say, you know what? I can do this. I will do this. And I'm your greatest cheerleader. I'm your biggest support. And I just want to create that space of safety that says, I want my life to be different than what it's been. I want to be intentional in how I live moving forward. So what we're going to do is I'm launching a YouTube channel called Dare2Live Seated Together with Terri Dawson. And weekly, I will be posting videos that are going to invite you into my journey, give you an opportunity to comment on where you are and whatever we talk about that week, how that's impacted you and what you want to do with what you've heard. We'll have workshops, we'll have seminars, we'll have things that we can do together. But we'll start out with the YouTube channel. I also envision a podcast. I already have it up and ready to go called Dare to Live, Seated Together with Terri Dawson, where as you are walking through your journey, I want to invite you to the table so we can have some conversation. I really want to talk to real people going through real life, making real life choices about what life's going to look like for them moving forward. So, I'm letting you know this is coming soon. And what I want you to be able to do is I'm going to leave in the comments the link to the channel. And so you can go to the channel, you can subscribe to the channel, you can turn on your notifications, you can like it, you can share it, any of that will be good. And then we'll just bring people to the table so that we can do life together. And do it in a way that is safe and not in a way where it's scary or intrusive or somebody's telling you what to do or how you ought to do things. Whatever is in your heart, I just want to be a place where you feel supported. You are not alone. We were never meant to live in this world alone, trying to figure things out on our own. And as I've tried to be my whole life, and that's a voice of support and encouragement, I just want to, and a place where you feel like you can trust that the people that are hearing you are safe for you. Dare to Live, Seated Together with Terri Dawson.